Welcome back to our tips and tricks series on the 2026 Tesla Model Y. On the 2024.44.25.2 update release, Tesla has added several useful features that most owners never touch. You may found it on the web, but have you uncovered the full practical benefits that they offered? Let's find out today. But before that, let's subscribe and help us reach 24,233. 1. How can set arrival energy stop you from running too low on battery? Most Tesla owners know that Trip Planner can route you through superchargers. What many people still miss is that Tesla now lets you set a custom battery percentage you want to have left when you arrive, instead of taking whatever the system decides is good enough. The feature arrived in the 2024.44.25 holiday update and is already active on the 2026 Model Y, with no hardware requirement. When you set, for example, 20% arrival energy, the car will automatically adjust charger stops, change the dwell time at each station, and even select faster cabinets if available. Practically, it solves a real hesitation that Model Y owners face on longer drives: range anxiety when the last 15 to 25 miles have no chargers. In suburban and exurban areas, there are pockets where you can drive 25 to 45 miles without reliable fast charging, especially at night or during holidays. The system used to plan routes to arrive with 5 to 10% remaining. This matters because range anxiety rarely comes from the start of a trip, but from the last stretch when fast chargers thin out. Suburban and exurban gaps of 25 to 45 miles are common, and the old planner often assumed arriving with 5 to 10% was acceptable. By mid-2025, the USA had more than 60,000 public direct current fast charging ports, yet coverage remains uneven, so you can still reach areas with only 1 or 2 viable stalls. Setting an arrival buffer fixes that problem before you leave. Many towns have dependable level 2 home charging, but limited fast charging for visitors. With set arrival energy, you can instruct the trip planner to protect a buffer so you are never stuck negotiating for a slow charger at someone's house. Parents who drive across state lines for holidays or who visit kids in college towns will find this especially useful because those last 30 to 50 miles often have 0 public chargers. Yet the car previously assumed those roads were safe to push the battery down. In practice, you just need to enter the destination. Open the energy view, set the arrival percentage you want, and the trip planner recalculates the route and charging stops around that number. Surprisingly, once you set a higher arrival target, the car tends to choose fewer but faster charging stops instead of several short ones. That makes long-distance trips smoother and more predictable. It also reduces the odd situation where Tesla previously recommended a short 5-minute top-off at a slow charger. For road trips, do you prefer arriving with 10% left or something closer to 20%? Let's drop one number below. 2. How do rear cross traffic alerts cut down parking lot mistakes? Tesla added rear cross traffic alerts to the Model Y in recent software updates. When you shift into reverse, the system highlights movement crossing behind the car and shows which direction it is coming from. That small detail matters because it cuts decision time when you are backing out. Low-speed incidents almost never happen on highways. They happen in parking lots. According to the National Safety Council, tens of thousands of backing accidents occur each year in U.S. parking lots, many involving cars reversing into crossing vehicles or pedestrians. And every year, some 60,000 people are hurt in parking lot incidents. In comparison, 165 Americans are hurt every day in parking lots. These are small crashes, but they cause insurance claims, higher premiums, and wasted time. Parking lots are also messy environments: tall trucks blocking sightlines, pedestrians pushing carts, and cars cutting diagonally through lanes. The directional highlight makes that chaos simpler to read. You do not have to guess where the risk is coming from. On the 2025 to 2026 Model Y refresh, better camera resolution and processing make the feature more practical. There is nothing to set up. You shift into reverse, and if something is crossing behind you, the alert shows up before you commit. The value is not dramatic safety headlines. It is avoiding the annoying fender benders that happen after groceries, weekend errands, or crowded malls. 3. How do screen-based seat controls make the third row easier to use? Tesla added a seats control panel that lets you adjust passenger seats from the center screen. According to published specifications, the third row offers about 28.5 inches of legroom and 34.6 inches of headroom, enough for children or shorter adults, but tight for most adults on longer drives. Adjusting the second row seat just a couple of inches from the screen can free up crucial space without everyone wrestling with handles. It is not a headline feature, but on the 2026 Model Y refresh, it solves a surprisingly common problem: getting people in and out of the third row without everyone wrestling with levers and latches. With the screen controls, you tap to slide the second row forward just a bit, and a clean path opens up. That extra couple of inches changes how the third row is used in real life, such as short errands, weekend visits, and everyday rides where you need one more seat without rearranging the whole cabin. It also removes a common pain point in compact three-row SUVs. Older family members or grandkids do not have to wrestle with manual levers just to exit the back. In everyday stops, that extra seat becomes easier to use for short trips. It doesn't make the third row bigger, it just makes it simple enough that people actually use it. And when several passengers move at once, the driver can adjust the seats from the screen instead of everyone reaching for levers. It's a small convenience that shows up in real cars with real families. Does this feature really solve the cabin seating problem for you? If so, please comment the keyword third row in the comments section. 4. How can the maintenance summary protect you when buying a used Model Y? A small but useful addition in the 2024.44.25 update is the maintenance summary. Tesla now shows when wearable items like tires, cabin filters, and brakes were last serviced and when they may need attention again. The key detail is that this history remains after a factory reset, so a second-hand buyer can see it instead of guessing. Used EV buyers often worry less about the battery and more about small bills in the first year. Industry data from 2025 shows tires and brakes make up a large share of EV service claims because EVs are heavier. A full set of Model Y tires typically costs $900 to $1,200, depending on shop and brand. A meaningful number if it hits right after purchase. With the maintenance summary, you can check those items before negotiating. It will not tell you everything, but it quickly reduces uncertainty. For many buyers, the gap between new tires next month and new tires next year can decide whether the deal makes sense. It also helps owners spread maintenance across the year and avoid being pushed into early replacements. When the screen shows the timeline, you know what's actually due rather than taking someone's word for it. 5. How does the new 200-mile energy view help you save money? The 2024.44.25 update changed how the Energy app works. Instead of showing short 5, 15, or 30-mile snapshots, it now defaults to 200 miles, along with a line that compares your actual consumption to the EPA baseline. That makes it clear if you're using more or less energy than the car was rated for over real driving, not just a short stretch of freeway. That detail matters because consumption patterns rarely show up in the first few miles. They build slowly through stop-and-go traffic, higher speeds, HVAC load, and cold start heating penalties. When the chart sits above the EPA line for most of that 200-mile window, it typically means harder acceleration or higher cruising speeds are costing you energy. When it sits below, your habits and conditions are working in your favor. Small differences compound. A few percent more consumption on daily use becomes a noticeable gap over weeks. And with electricity averaging 16 to 23 cents per kilowatt hour in many states through late 2025, that gap converts to real dollars. Even trimming $10 to $20 off a billing cycle adds up across a year, especially for owners who budget charging, plan road trips, or monitor overall operating costs. It also makes trip expectations more realistic. Instead of obsessing over the projected range number, you can ask a better question. What does my driving actually cost? That shift turns the Energy app from a novelty screen into a tool. It gives drivers more control, more predictability, and less anxiety when conditions change or when charging is expensive at certain hours. On your Model Y, do you watch range or energy more? To me, it's the range. What's your choice? Tell me which one fits your driving, and goodbye.